talk about the infrastructure for the connected and autonomous vehicle. Is this right?
Yes.
Is this right? I'm so happy I brought my low heels. I'm going to sit down at last.
Hello, how are you?
Nicolas, lovely to see you. Nicolas Rubio, he's the operations director at Cintra. Cintra is the transportation infrastructure development arm of the infrastructure of Ferrovial.
That's it.
So it's Ferrovial.
Yes.
Ferrovial has a lot of different companies inside. Cintra operates on 4 continents with managed assets in excess of $25 billion.
That's
correct?
right.
Let me tell you a bit about Nicolas. We're not saying much about the CVs of our speakers and jury because they're all top. You know that. You just go onto the internet, LinkedIn, but still, just a couple of things. Nicolas has more than 2 decades of international executive leadership experience with the transportation and construction sectors, although he doesn't look like it at all. You have it's the same with me. In 2010, he was presented the Entrepreneur of the Year award by the American Road and Transportation Builders Association. I saw this, and then you have a sentence in the internet of why they gave you this award, but we're not going to talk about that now. Just tell me, Nicolas, let me start by asking you, how do you envision the impact of having a growing number of autonomous vehicles in road network? Toma ya, eh? We are visioning. What are we going to do with this?
Let me put my goggles and look forward.
Yeah.
As in everything in life, there will be a balance between supply and demand.
Yeah.
Supply being the capacity of the roads.
Yeah.
And people tend to look and to focus on demand, on supply. How will the capacity of the roads increase when we see all those cars driving out there on autonomous mode? And in fact, that capacity will increase. Cars will be able to travel faster, closer to each other in both directions, better organized, and that will increase the capacity, the number of cars that can fit in a road, by around 30%, according to the studies. What people tend to forget is that there will also be an increase in demand.
Of course.
So people, because you have that easy access to mobility, people will use more the car. You will see older people or younger people that today cannot drive and that will be using those cars. Those cars will probably be shared property, so the unitary cost of using those cars will drop dramatically. And that will increase the number of cars on the road by around 60%, according to the studies. So at the end, we will probably see more increase in demand than in supply, meaning higher congestion, which is a problem that we should anticipate.
And how?
Well, now
what are we doing to mitigate the negative impact?
Yeah, well, before you get there, everything I said is the final picture. Okay. When you see 100% of autonomous cars in the road. To get there, we need to start little by little introducing autonomous cars in a flow of conventional vehicles. And that will not help capacity. So let me say, in other words, the problem in the coming 20 years is going to be bigger than the problem after 20 years. Okay? How can we manage that? How can we address those problems? Well, on the one hand side...
We have to be very short, Nicolas, because this is TV and you know. Give us the bullet.
It's very easy.
Give us...
And without safety, there will be no autonomous cars out there. You are never going to be driving your car if you have an autonomous car by you and it's not safe. So safety can only be assured by infrastructure. Infrastructure-supported technology that will help. Second, those cars will have to be coordinated. We will need some kind of software that will help all those cars traveling together, and that will increase capacity. So that's the brief.
So this is very good news for Cintra and Ferrovial, then.
That's very good news for everyone. Yes.
Excellent, good news for everyone. You know that I want to say thank you to Nicolas for coming all the way here from Cintra Ferrovial. Thank you so much, Nicolas Rubio, and stay with us because we continue.
Pleasure.
Thank you.
Thank you.
See you soon.